in the chapter 2, we're gonna explain the recognition of the property, plant, and equipment. So you might ask yourself this question: what does mean the recognition of property, plant, and equipment? Well, the recognition is simply incorporation of the property, plant, and equipment item in your business account. It means you pay some amount in order to acquire the assets. This amount should be written down in business account as the cost of that item. The IAS 16 states that the cost of an item of property, plant, and equipment shall be recognized as an asset if and only if two conditions are met. First condition, it is probable that the future economic benefits associated with that item will flow to the entity. It means we expect the economic benefit from having or obtaining this item of the property, plant, and equipment. For example, you paid amount $20,000 to buy the apartment to your staff as a staff accommodation. This apartment will increase the future economic benefit into your business account. The second condition is going to be the cost must be measured reliably. It means you should know how much you pay and how much you pay to acquire that amount. If you failed to measure the cost model, cost unit, it is very difficult to say we have an item of the property, plant, and equipment. So, on the other hand, or in addition, this recognition principle shall be applied to all costs at the time they acquired. At the time they acquired or incurred, at the time they incurred, both incurred initially to acquire or construct. So these recognitions not only for the asset that we buy from outside or we acquire as we pay money. Maybe let's say you are the constructing company, and you built a design and built your own head office. This asset, how do you measure the cost unit, the cost you are paid? The cost is the amount that you incurred to acquire or to build this building. Plant and equipment incurred subsequently. In the future, we're gonna pay some amount, and this amount should meet the same criteria. These two same criteria should meet. The initial cost, it is possible an entity might has acquired some item of property, plant, and equipment for the safety and environmental reasons. Of course, these items do not directly increase the future economic benefit of assets. However, they are inevitable to obtain economic benefit from the other assets. For example, water and cleaning station might be necessary in order to proceed some chemical process within chemical manufacturing. So I said these two conditions must meet in order to classify the item of the property, plant, and equipment as a non-current asset. But on the other hand, sometimes in some countries there is rules, specifically in manufacturing. They have rules. These rules might involve as the safety. You pay money to pay money for the safety company, or you pay money for the environmental, to meet the environmental reasons, environmental conditions. These costs are not directly increase the economic benefits or are not directly contribute to the company's revenue, but we cannot avoid this cost. They are inevitable, and that's why we need to capitalize them as property plant equipment item. The second one is subsequent cost. The subsequent cost after the acquisition of the property plant equipment, an entity expects to replace or obtain items components. So after we acquire these items, for example, we bought a car or the vehicle motors for our company. These vehicle motors needs day-to-day servicing, such as petrol, oil, sometimes spare parts. So these very tiny expenses, we cannot incur them directly, we cannot capitalize, but we can expense out into the profit or loss account, because they are not going to change the structure, or they are not going to change the assets significantly. However, but if the amount is significant and enhance the capacity of the property plant equipment, this amount or this cost should be recognized and capitalized as part of the property plant equipment. In the next chapter, we will look at the measurement of the property plant and equipment.